Okay, we are live, Papi.
Namaskar Sarni. It is believed that in any given civilization, children are one third of the population, yet they make up the entire future. Indeed, children are our entire future. This simple phrase has even a deeper meaning when it comes to our community, the Kashmiri Pandits, who have been uprooted from their own land and are living in areas and spaces so different from their own culture, where their own culture would have, where they would have imbibed all the cultures organically. Therefore, KoshurRaag endeavors to strengthen our culture and roots through celebration of our music, literature, and arts. Marcus Garvey, the Jamaican born rights activist to have worked in both UK and US, has beautifully said, "A people without the knowledge of their history, origin, and culture is like a tree without roots." Today, KoshurRaag's event, dedicated to our kids and teens, is a special step in strengthening our roots as we involve the Kashmiri Pandit kids from India, Canada, and the US to not only showcase music, but also feel connected to their roots and find pride in who they are. And to kickstart this event, there is no better ode to childhood than the one presented by Sudarshan Fakir and composed by Jagjit Singh Ji. And this is dedicated to all the kids of yesteryears, today, and the kids of the future. ये दौलत भी ले लो, ये शोहरत भी ले लो, भले छीन लो मुझसे मेरी जवानी, मगर मुझको लौटा दो बचपन का सावन, वो कागज की कश्ती, वो बारिश का पानी। ये दौलत भी ले लो, ये शोहरत भी ले लो, भले छीन लो मुझसे मेरी जवानी, मगर मुझको लौटा दो बचपन का सावन, वो कागज की कश्ती, वो बारिश का पानी, वो कागज की कश्ती, वो बारिश का पानी। महल्ले की सबसे निशानी पुरानी, वो बुढ़िया जिसे बच्चे कहते थे नानी, वो नानी की बातों में परियों का डेरा, वो चेहरे की झुर्रियों में सदियों का फेरा, भुलाए नहीं भूल सकता है कोई, वो छोटी सी रातें, वो लंबी कहानी, वो कागज की कश्ती, वो बारिश का पानी, वो कागज की कश्ती, वो बारिश का पानी। कड़ी धूप में अपने घर से निकलना, वो चिड़िया, वो बुलबुल, वो तितली पकड़ना, वो गुड़िया की शादी पे लड़ना झगड़ना, वो झूलों से गिरना, वो गिर के संभलना, वो पीतल के छल्लों के प्यारे से तोहफे, वो टूटी हुई चूड़ियों की निशानी, वो कागज की कश्ती, वो बारिश का पानी, वो कागज की कश्ती, वो बारिश का पानी। कभी रेत के ऊंचे टीलों पे जाना, घरौंदे बनाना, बना के मिटाना, वो मासूम चाहत की तस्वीर अपनी, वो ख्वाबों खिलौनों की जागीर अपनी, न दुनिया का गम था न रिश्तों के बंधन, बड़ी खूबसूरत थी वो जिंदगानी। ये दौलत भी ले लो, ये शोहरत भी ले लो, भले छीन लो मुझसे मेरी जवानी, मगर मुझको लौटा दो बचपन का सावन, वो कागज की कश्ती, वो बारिश का पानी, 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 वो कागज की कश्ती, वो बारिश का पानी। So, with that introduction, let's start our event for tonight. And I would introduce you to two amazing MCs for tonight. Our first MC actually is a 10th grader from Columbus, Ohio, who loves to play the violin and loves to perform classical Indian dances. Have you guessed who she is? Please comment. If you haven't guessed it by now, here is another clue. She is someone who has actually performed on KoshurRaag event before. And if you still haven't guessed, she is our budding linguist who knows Kashmiri, Hindi, and English fluently and is now on a pathway to learn Russian, Korean, and French. Wow. Please put your hands together for our own Ms. Sharika Taplu. And let me also, while I'm introducing the MCs, introduce the second MC for tonight, who is someone actually originally from Pittsburgh, but currently living in Shanghai, China, and has been living there for the last 9 years. And tonight, she's still live from us from Shanghai. She's currently in grade 12. Have you guessed who she is? Well, if you haven't, she is also a CrossFit athlete and spends her free time training, lifting, weights and doing CrossFit workouts. She also loves spending time on robotics, theater, and organizing various school events. Well, I'm sure you have guessed it by now. Please put your hands together for Ms. Shreya Bhan, all the way from Shanghai. So welcome, Sharika and Shreya. How are you both doing tonight?
Hey, Uncle, how are you?
Good to have you here. And Shreya, are you around as well?
Yes, I'm here. Hi, Uncle.
How are you doing? How are things in Shanghai?
Things are great.
It looks like a beautiful morning there while we are facing a beautiful evening here.
Yes, it is. It's really great weather today. Super nice.
Awesome. So with that, I'll leave it to you guys to take us through this beautiful program you guys have planned for tonight. So over to Sharika and Shreya. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm so excited to introduce Anushka Dhar, who just published a book called Take Me Home. She is just 16 years old and is now a rising senior. Her father is a Kashmiri Pandit, and before the exodus, they lived with their extended family in Srinagar. Her hobbies include badminton, which she has played at school, district, state, and national levels. Super impressive. She also enjoys filmmaking, writing, some sports, dancing, and studying biology.
Now that we've guessed that Anushka is a wonderful person, all-rounder, let me talk a little about her book. So it's about a young Kashmiri Pandit teenager's take on the Exodus. Having never been to Kashmir, it started as a way for her to learn more about Kashmir, but ever since the process started, it's become something bigger than that to her, as it covers more sensitive topics like the Exodus, resettlement, violence in Kashmir, Article 370 and 35A, and etc. She hopes her book will educate the younger generations about Kashmir and how it affected India, as well as inspiring them to talk more about the Kashmiri Pandit narrative.
So we have some questions for Anushka.
Real quick, we have a teaser for Anushka
before we start the questions.
Okay, let me play the teaser, okay? Shreya, you're good to go.
Okay. Wow, what a great. So now we have some questions for Anushka. So first, we wanted to know a little bit more about what is your book about?
So hi, as Sharika said, it's the take of the Kashmiri Pandit exodus through the lens of a 16-year-old Kashmiri Pandit who's never been to Kashmir. And while I do focus on the exodus, I tried to shine light on the Kashmiri Pandit story as a whole. So I not only talk about, some basic history about Kashmir and the exodus and the resettlement phase of the Kashmiri Pandit community, but I also speak about the history of violence in Kashmir and how the violence was brought into the valley dating back to the 15th and 16th centuries, the events that led up to the exodus, our long life in exile for the past 30 years and what that means, and also looking at the political change in India today regarding Kashmir and how that impacts Kashmiri Pandits and other communities. So as I think Sharika said, I spoke about the abrogation of Article 370 and 35A. And I also included accounts of the Kashmiri Pandit exodus from various Kashmiri Pandits that are interviewed. So you get to look at the Kashmiri Pandit exodus through the lens of other Kashmiri Pandits as well who are displaced around the world today.
Wow, that's really beautiful and sounds like a lot of hard work. So what motivated you to write Take Me Home?
So for the longest time in my house, Kashmir was a very sensitive subject. And for the longest time, I didn't understand why. It was, the elephant in the room. Nobody really spoke about it. And each time I would bring it up, it was discouraged. My grandparents wouldn't talk about Kashmir, and I didn't really know why. Now I understand it is too painful for them to talk about it, and they really miss their home so much. And so, they don't really like talking about it. But over time, this curiosity built inside me. I felt like I needed to know more about my Kashmiri Pandit roots. So when I was 14, I decided to write this book. And that feeling of curiosity and that need to know more was, just constantly pushed me throughout the past 2 years to research and write this book. So yeah, that's definitely been a huge motivation for me.
Wow. It seems like you had to do a lot to really understand your roots and maybe a lot of research. And so I'm kind of curious, what do you want people to take away from this book after reading it?
So this book is actually targeted primarily towards the younger generation, but I would really like adults to read this too. It is quite unfortunate that a lot of people, especially people in India, are still oblivious to an event that has influenced India historically and culturally and socially. And so I really hope people start initiating conversation about this. The Kashmiri Pandit narrative didn't get the attention it deserved in the 1990s when the exodus happened. And it still doesn't today. There's a lot of conversation about Kashmir today, but it is important to know that the events that happened in 1990 have heavily influenced Kashmir today. So I really hope that people start talking about the Kashmiri Pandit exodus and are just more aware of the fact that there are people that, the Kashmiri Pandit community is living in exile and has been for the past 50 years.
As you mentioned before, you said that this book was targeted towards the younger generation of Kashmiri Pandits. So what is something that you'd like to tell the younger generation?
I guess my first message to the younger generation would be to take control of the Kashmiri Pandit narrative. So, there has been conversation about Kashmir. I'm not going to say there hasn't been at all. And a lot of this conversation has been initiated by Kashmiri Pandits of the older generation. So I really hope that the younger generation can take the baton from the older generation and start contributing and initiating meaningful conversations about the exodus and about our life in exile. And I really hope that, Kashmiri Pandits of the younger generation start celebrating and embracing their Kashmiri Pandits roots. We may not be in Kashmir, but we can still be close to Kashmir by sort of, upholding our traditions and our values. So I really hope they immerse themselves in the Kashmiri Pandit traditions and history.
I completely agree. Have you ever been to Kashmir? Or you mentioned not having been to Kashmir. Would you ever like to go?
Definitely. I really hope to go to Kashmir sometime soon. So we're actually planning on doing press for my book in Kashmir in the forthcoming months. So I'm really, really excited about that. But yeah, I definitely want to go to Kashmir and I'm really, really, really excited about it.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's the mindset of many other Kashmiri younger kids. So do you have any plans to continue writing?
Writing has always been a huge part of my life. It's, been my escape. And even though I'm busy with college applications and, high school and the IB right now, I do continue to plan on writing. I already have second thoughts about, I already have thoughts about, a second book. But yeah, in the near future, I do plan on continuing to write, and hopefully I'll release another book too.
And I'm sure we're all looking forward to that near future. So why KoshurRaag?
As I said before, I really champion the fact that Kashmiri Pandit, younger generation Kashmiri Pandits need to embrace the Kashmiri Pandit culture and the Kashmiri Pandit roots. And I think KoshurRaag gives, Kashmiri Pandits from the younger generation the opportunity to do that. And the fact that it's, on a global scale and it connects Kashmiri Pandits from around the world, I think that is something that's something that really, really warms my heart, to know that there are Kashmiri Pandits from around the world who haven't forgotten about Kashmir and who still really, really value Kashmir and care about the Kashmiri Pandit roots and are here to celebrate that. So I really, really support KoshurRaag and what they're doing, because I feel like my ideologies align with their mission. So yeah, that's why. And I'm really honored to be here as well.
I entirely agree. KoshurRaag is a family, and it's wonderful to have so many different Kashmiri people on this platform. Moving on, Shreya.
Yes. So thank you so much, Anushka. That was really beautifully said. I encourage everyone to go check out her book, Take Me Home. I know I will be doing so myself.
Yes.
So moving on, first we have Krisha Butt, who is now in 10th grade. She's excited to be here on KoshurRaag because it's a new experience to perform for an overseas audience. And she loves how KoshurRaag promotes Kashmiri culture. Even though she started singing just when the pandemic started in 2020, as did many of us pick up some new habits and hobbies after being forced into solitude during Corona. I know we're all super excited to hear her voice. The first song she'll be singing is Neno Min Badra Chaye, and the second song she will be singing is Aro Tir Molaye.
थैंक यू नमस्कार मारा सारनी मैं चुनाव कृषा भट्ट और सबसे पहले मैं KoshurRaag का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद करना चाहूँगी मुझे ये अपॉर्चुनिटी देने के लिए और आज मैं बहुत ही ज़्यादा खुश हूँ क्योंकि मैं इतने अच्छे सिंगर्स के साथ आज गाऊँगी जिन्हें मैंने पहले भी सुना है तो मुझे आज बहुत खुशी हो रही है तो मैं सबसे पहले लता जी का ये गाना नैनों में बदरा छाए आप सभी के सामने गाना चाहूँगी नैनों में बदरा छाए बिजली सी चमके हाय ऐसे में बलम मोहे गरवा लगा ले नैनों में बदरा छाए बिजली सी चमके हाय ऐसे में बलम मोहे गरवा लगा ले नैनों में बदरा छाए मदिरा में डूबी अखियाँ चंचल है दोनों सखियाँ मदिरा में डूबी अखियाँ चंचल है दोनों सखियाँ झलती रहेंगी तो है पलकों की प्यारी पखियाँ शर्मा के देंगी तो है मदिरा के प्याले नैनों में बदरा छाए बिजली सी चमके हाय ऐसे में बलम मोहे गरवा लगा ले नैनों में बदरा छाए आ आ आ आ, प्रेम दीवानी हूँ मैं सपनों की रानी हूँ मैं प्रेम दीवानी हूँ मैं छाए, बिजली सी चमके हाय, ऐसे में भला मन मोहे गरवा लगा ले, नैनों में बदरा छाए। थैंक यू, थैंक यू। तो अब मैं आप सभी के सामने विजय मल्ला जी का गाया हुआ ये गाना बे आरो तीर मोलाए ये सुनाना चाहूंगी। बे आरो तीर मोलाय म्याह छम्माई चनी, बे आरो तीर मोलाय म्याह छम्माई चनी, लोगुथ क्या ऐसी बेपरवाय म्याह छम्माई चनी, बेआरो तीर मोलाय म्याह छम्माई चनी, लाल रोये साल कर हई प्याल बर हई पानई, लाल रोये साल कर हई प्याल बर हई पानई, थाल शीरीत थाल शीरीत कोरथम जाय म्याह छम्माई चनी,
Seems like we
I
might
think,
be having some interruption.
Sharika Beta, I think she might have lost the power there. So
Yeah.
let's pause her. Let's pause her. Let's move on to the next participant.
Still, what a wonderful voice. I'm sure we'll get back to her soon.
Yeah.
Oh, she's back on. She's back on.
या इसमें कनेक्टिविटी प्रॉब्लम हो गई थी इसलिए ये रुक गया था।
Tisha Beta, it's okay. आराम से, no worries. आप continue करो।
यस, ओके ओके, हाँ जी। सीन मुचरीत हाल बावई कीन चल हेम जिगर, सीन मचरीत हाल बावई कीन चल हेम जिगर, दीदार हा करम्योन पाय म्याह छम्माई चनी, दीदार हा करम्योन पाय म्याह छम्माई चनी, बेआरो तीर मोलाय म्याह छम्माई चनी, ताप वडरन आखारुन यार छारुन यकसान, ताप वडरन आखारुन खार थारुण यकसान गेलांछिम हक हमसाय म्याछमाय चनी गेलांछिम हक हमसाय म्याछमाय चनी बेआरो तीर मोलाय म्याछमाय चनी कुल्ले आलमास वसिलकार खार कुरनस अशकन कुल्ले आलमास वसिलकार खार कुरनस अशकन म्यान्य लोगोत वै तैवाय म्याछमाय चनी म्यान्य लोगोत वै तैवाय म्याछमाय चनी बेआरो तीर मोलाय म्याछमाय चनी लोगुत क्या बेपरवाय म्याछमाय चनी म्याछमाय चनी म्याछमाय चनी Thank you.
Wow, wonderful. You took all our breaths away, interruption and all. Seriously, मैं go शाही बंद. Okay. Wonderful job, seriously.
Yes, beautifully done, Krisha. If only I could sing the way you do. But I guess that's why I'm an MC, not a performer.
Agree.
Anyway, next up we have Drun Tiku singing, who is currently in 10th grade. Many of us have heard him on KoshurRaag before. He's not a new performer. He's been singing since he was 3 years old and has quite impressively performed on Saregama. He wanted to come back to KoshurRaag because he believes it's a big stage for Kashmiris and a true proud moment for our community. And I completely agree with him. The two songs he'll be singing for us today are Chehra Hai Chand Khila and Rim Jim Gire Saban, a slower paced Hindi song about the monsoon season of India. So, Drun.
Yes. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल सबको मेरी तरफ से प्यार भरा नमस्कार और फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आई वुड लाइक टू थैंक द होल KoshurRaag टीम who gave me this opportunity to sing in front of all of you, and the first song which I am going to sing is Chehra Hai Chand Khila, which was sung by the great legendary singer of our era, Kishore Kumar ji. So here it is for you, and I hope you all will like it. हो चेहरा है या चांद खिला है, जुल्फ घनेरी शाम है क्या, सागर जैसी आँखों वाली ये तो बता तेरा नाम है क्या। हो चेहरा है या चांद खिला है, जुल्फ घनेरी शाम है क्या, सागर जैसी आँखों वाली ये तो बता तेरा नाम है क्या। La 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 la. अरे तू क्या जाने तेरी खातिर कितना है बेताब ये दिल, तू क्या जाने देख रहा है कैसे कैसे ख्वाब ये दिल. दिल कहता है तू है यहाँ तो जाता लम्हा थम जाए, वक्त का दरिया बहते बहते इस मंजर में जम जाए. तूने दीवाना दिल को बनाया, इस दिल पर इल्जाम है क्या, सागर जैसी आंखों वाली ये तो बता तेरा नाम है क्या. चेहरा है या चांद खिला है, जुल्फ घनेरी शाम है क्या, सागर जैसी आंखों वाली ये तो बता तेरा नाम है क्या. Thank you very much.
Wow, that was wonderful. Really amazing.
Really
You did a
good.
great job.
And the next song which I'm going to sing is Rim Jim Gire Savan, which was also sung by Kishore Kumar ji, and here it is for you. झिम गिरे सावन, सुलग सुलग जाए मन, भीगे आज इस मौसम में लगी कैसी ये अगन. रिम झिम गिरे सावन, सुलग सुलग जाए मन, भीगे आज इस मौसम में लगी कैसी ये अगन. रिम झिम गिरे सावन. जब घुंघरू सी बजती है बूंदे, अरे माँ हमारे पलके न मूंदे. जब घुंघरू सी बजती है बूंदे, अरे माँ हमारे पलके न मूंदे. कैसे दिखे सपने नयन, सुलग सुलग जाए मन, भीगे आज इस मौसम में लगी कैसी ये अगन. रिम झिम गिरे सावन, सुलग सुलग जाए मन, भीगे आज इस मौसम में लगी कैसी ये अगन. रिम झिम गिरे सावन. Thank you.
Wow, wonderful, out of this world. I love how you put your own little twist to some of the parts of the song. Truly amazing.
Thank you.
For our next performer, I have the honor to introduce our next performer, who will be Anaya Cole, a rising 7th grader from Richmond, Virginia. She's going to be singing Jawani Janiman and Dam Maro Dam. She's been singing since she was 3 years old. Music is her passion. She takes Hindustani classical lessons, and she loves Bollywood, which might explain her song choice. Everyone give it up for Anayako.
थैंक यू। मैं पहला गाना गाऊंगी दम मारो दम। दम मारो दम मिट जाएगा, बोलो सुबह शाम हरे कृष्णा हरे राम। दम मारो दम मिट जाएगा, बोलो सुबह शाम हरे कृष्णा हरे राम। तू तुरु तू तुरु तू तू हे तरे 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 रा। दुनिया ने हमको दिया क्या, दुनिया से हमने लिया क्या, हम सबकी परवाह करें क्यों, सबने हमारा किया क्या। दुनिया ने हमको दिया क्या, दुनिया से हमने लिया क्या, हम सबकी परवाह करें क्यों, सबने हमारा किया क्या। दम मार दम मिट जाएगा, बोलो सुबह शाम हरे कृष्णा हरे राम। दम मार दम मिट जाएगा, बोलो सुबह शाम हरे कृष्णा हरे राम। चाहे जिएंगे मरेंगे हम ना किसी से डरेंगे, हमको न रोके ज़माना, जो चाहेंगे हम करेंगे। चाहे जिएंगे मरेंगे हम ना किसी से डरेंगे, हमको न रोके ज़माना, जो चाहेंगे हम करेंगे। दम मार दम मिट जाएगा, बोलो सुबह शाम हरे कृष्णा हरे राम। Thank you. That is the end of my first song. अब मैं दूसरा गाना गाऊंगी, वो है जवानी जाने मन। जवानी जानने मन हसीन दिल रुबो मिले तो दिल जवा निसार हो गया जवानी जानने मन हसीन दिल रुबो मिले तो दिल जवा निसार हो गया शिकार खुद यहाँ शिकार हो गया ये क्या सितम हुआ ये क्या जुल्म हुआ ये क्या गजब हुआ ये कैसे कम हुआ न जानू मैं न जाने आहा जवानी जानने मन हसीन दिल रुबो मिले तो दिल जवा निसार हो गया आई आई दूर से देखो देखो दिल रुबा ऐसे ऐसे तुरु 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 तु खाई खाई बेजुबा दिल छूट ये कैसे अरे ओ हाँ हाँ मिली नजर अरे हाँ हाँ हुआ असर नजर नजर में ये समा बदल गया चला या तीर जो मुझे पे चल गया गजब हुआ ये क्या हुआ ये कब हुआ न जानू मैं न जाने वो ओह जवानी जानने मन हसीन दिल रुबो मिले तो दिल जवा निसार हो गया शिकार खुद यहाँ शिकार हो गया ये क्या सितम हुआ ये क्या जुल्म हुआ ये क्या गजब हुआ ये कैसे कब हुआ न जानू मैं न जाने ओह प्यार में कैसे कैसे खोता है देखो देखो आह 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 कातिल कातिल जाने मन कैसे कैसे खोता है देखो अरे वो हाँ हाँ मिला सनम अरे हाँ हाँ हुआ सितम वो दुश्मन ने जाना दिलदार हो गया सयाद को बुलबुल से प्यार हो गया गजब हुआ ये क्या हुआ ये कब हुआ न जानू मैं न जाने वो आहा जवानी जानने मन हसीन दिल रुबो मिले तो दिल जवा निसार हो गया शिकार खुद यहाँ शिकार हो गया ये क्या सितम हुआ ये क्या जुल्म हुआ ये क्या गजब हुआ ये कैसे कम हुआ न जानू मैं न जाने वो थैंक यू
Wow, that was great. I love your song choice. I was dancing along the entire time. That was wonderful. So for our next performer, we're gonna have Anika Razdan, who is a rising 6th grader from Mississauga, Canada. She's gonna be playing Sunset in Rio on the piano. She's played the piano since she was 4 years old and participated in many, many competitions. She likes to dance and on towards Anika.
first, thanks to KoshurRaag for this opportunity so that I get to play piano on this event. And I'm going to be playing Sunset and Rio by Mike Springer from the RCM repertoire series.
Wow, that was great. As someone who plays the violin, that was wonderful. Next on, I would like to give it away to Upinder uncle.
I thank you, Sharkavita. You guys are doing phenomenal job, both of you and Shreya. What a awesome job hosting the show. And Sharka, you've been obviously on our show previously, so you've known this KoshurRaag. You've been a participant, and it's always wonderful to see you back. We've always loved to have you here. And then Shreya was so excited to be a part of KoshurRaag program tonight, host the show, and she's our Pittsburgh girl. And to do it from all the way from Shanghai, right? The amazing part of this show tonight was to, we have almost 90% participants are all girls. I think that got us, me, Pavnish uncle and Arvind uncle really excited. Not that we don't want other boys to participate, but to have the girl power tonight was very super exciting for all of us. And we would always, request and ask kids to come forward and participate, practice and participate on the show. And thank you, Sharka, Beta, and Shreya, Beta. You guys are doing an amazing job. Keep it up. Keep continuing. And the reason I wanted to jump in quickly, I want to take a moment and introduce our sponsors for the tonight's show. We have Jalali family joining us. We have Rahul, we have Nilimaji, and we have Rohit, and we have Shifali as well with us tonight. They have sponsored this kids show for KoshurRaag, and they have lived better part of their life back in Kashmir before wrapping up their college degrees and then moving to United States and here in US they've spent quite a bit of time in Arkansas, where whole family actually worked for Walmart. And I think, is that right? Rahulji, all four of you worked for Walmart, and I kept wondering, shayad you were taking a lunch bag ek hi jata tha shayad Walmart. So they worked, and Rahul recently moved to Omaha, Nebraska, where he's working for a company actually that was started none other than by Abraham Lincoln. So it's a proud moment for all of us. I think a few months back, last year he moved to Omaha, Nebraska, and I have had the pleasure of knowing both of the brothers personally as well. I met Rahul back in I think '98. Texas, man, right, Rahul? Bastrop Park. I think there was a picnic, AP picnic, when both of us were single and smiling. And not that, let me correct that, Rahul. Not that we are not smiling, we are now extra smiling. So I just wanted to make sure that the statement, "Hamari fir raat aaram se guzre," I wanted to correct that statement. Now we are extra smiling. So I have gotten the pleasure of knowing Rahul for a long, long time. And Rohit also, I got to know him from the camps when when obviously we were also back then single. So I have known Rohit also for a very long time. It's an absolute pleasure to have them come forward and support us what we do as KoshurRaag, where the mission is connecting KPs, right? And while we're on this mission, and we are seeing lately that there's a drive that is building in kids, you know, like you, there's a live example for all of us tonight, right? Kids are getting all excited to be be a part of KoshurRaag. Where this, I mean, look at, we have kids from Canada, we have India, we have US, and there are more kids who, I think there was somebody who wanted to participate from Australia, right? So it is great to see families like Jalali family to come forward and support the cause, support what KoshurRaag's mission is, right? And I would always encourage to come forward and do that and help us to carry forward the mission and help and support the artists from India or elsewhere else, right? The KP artists. So thank you so much. And they have a music in their family as well. Their kids, they play drum, they play guitar, and I would love and encourage to see Jalali kids in future on KoshurRaag, and hopefully shayad isi bahane senior kids, senior Jalalis will also start to sing, right? To have you on board as well. But thank you so much for doing and supporting this. So I will hand it over to you, Rahul. Please say a few lines, and then obviously Rohit as well.
Yeah, so first of all, namaskar, Sarni. Thanks for the intro, P.Y. The senior Jalali boys do sing. We sing to our wives' tunes, so we are very, very good at it. But in all seriousness, we are delighted to join this amazing program that you guys have set. What a great job, first of all, Sharika and Shreya, that you guys are doing, hosting this and all the talent that we have seen so far. And what an amazing opportunity to hear directly from our future generation, right? Music always has been universal, always had a special place in our lives. I and all of us miss those all-night Mujrat programs, old Hindi songs, and all the stuff that going to work, coming back. I mean, if it's not music, if it's a phone call, it's music. And lately our kids have been actually also trying to get us into rap, and trust me, I'm getting a hang of it. So if there's anybody out there that says old dogs cannot be taught new tricks, think again. We are into rap now. But all seriousness, the best gift we can give to our next generation is the gift of passing on our cultural heritage. So kudos to all you kids and your parents once again for brilliant performances and carrying the tradition. And I absolutely love, on behalf of the entire family, right, what KoshurRaag is doing. It's an amazing organization and something that our family has really identified from a mission standpoint. It was just not from a music perspective. Arvind Bhai was, when it was COVID time, the amount of time he spent, gathering oxygen concentrators, shipping them, calling UPS, calling FedEx. It was unbelievable what that team was able to do for our brothers and sisters back in India. Plus, the love for all its founders from our family. It goes back many, many, many decades. These are people of highest order of integrity. I would say selfless love for our community. And we have to do a lot more to help not only the community, but have the next generation of people and all you kids come forward and shine. So all of us can do one thing. We can take a pledge, a simple pledge to just support each other. And that's my message for today, OPY. And thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Uncle.
Thank you so much, Rahul. It's always good to see, our old friends coming forward and supporting us what our mission is. And really thank you for your support and taking time out to be with us. Rohit, any golden words for us?
Can't like the senior Jalali said it pretty well, much better, but really thank you for the founding team of KoshurRaag. I've interacted with all of you, as you said, with camps, the kosher camps, guess 20 years ago, with Arvind Bhai, actually a lot longer than that, almost 30 years. I used to take his bike and the music up on the streets of Jammu. So, I've interacted with that. And with Pavnish I've been to his wedding too. So there was an all-nighter right there. So really, really appreciate what you guys do. And, thank you. Thank you again for bringing the community together. And, the talent here is amazing. And we're just mesmerized. So thanks for doing this. And we hope to continue to do this, for long time.
Thank you so much, Arnav. Thank you so much. Thank you for your kind words. Always, I think it's just that all the kids, all they need is a bit of motivation, a bit of support. And as I had said in the beginning as well, it's good to see people, kids trying to speak in Kashmiri or Hindi. Sharika, you've been throwing words Kashmiri here and there, and it's always amazing to hear that, right? The support is what you all need. So feel free. You guys have been doing amazing job, amazing singers. So आप आराम से गाते रहिए, and we are all here to support you, and all the best. And Sharika or Shreya, take it over, and thank you so much, guys.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. I definitely want to hear the rap that Rahul uncle has learned. Anyway,
I completely agree.
right? But now I'm going to introduce Prajna.
Sorry, Shreya, if I could just interrupt. I think I would, just keeping the modern times and gender parity, it would be great if we can hear from Neelima ji and the Better House from the two Jalali brothers. And yeah, please come in and would love to hear from you as well. It's not that we want to only keep the males from speaking, and so please.
So Pavniji, so basically your thought is let the bosses speak now.
I just want to say thank you for putting this program together, and it's a great job. And thank you for all the kids. They are really good and very talented kids. Waiting to hear the rest of the kids. Thank you.
Again, I will say thank you for Namaskar. Mubarak. So I would like to say thank you for bringing this platform for the kids, and would love to see Jalali boys perform one day.
Absolutely,
yes,
we look forward to that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you once again to the Jalali family. And with that, I think we'll take it back to Shreya. Go ahead, Shreya. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, no problem at all. So I'll be introducing Prajna Reina Reddy now, who will be starting grade 5 in the fall. She currently lives in San Diego, California. She not only learns piano, but she also plays the flute in her school band. She has many relatives that have participated on different KoshurRaag events. Prajna is traveling today with her grandfather for a prior commitment, which he could not cancel. So we'll have a pre-recorded presentation. Prajna hopes to join us next time, but until then, we'll enjoy her presentation. She'll be playing the piano, Ode to Joy, and Let It Go. And then on the flute, she will be playing Alouette, which is a traditional French song from Canada. Wow. Amazing job.
Although Prajna is not here today, we think that she did a great job, and if she's listening at any future time, you did amazing, and we are very happy to have you on.
Yeah, and definitely excited to hopefully see you perform live in the future. Next up, we have Sana Bhatt, who, even though is making her first appearance on KoshurRaag here for the first time, is quite experienced in performing on a variety of different platforms. She even has her own YouTube channel, so I encourage you all to take a look at her impressive work, including an album that she's released of herself. The channel handle is Sana Bhatt, SANNABHATT. Today she'll be singing slow and medium songs for us. The first song is Masom Shur Gatse Koni Lalnawun, and the second one is Kariyo Man's Jiggers Jai. So without any more waiting, let's hear her talented voice.
Namaskar, Sainik. मैं चुनाव खाना है. First of all, I want to thank whole KoshurRaag team for giving. I'm performing first time, so I'm really very happy and excited to make you all listen my songs. So let's start. First, I'll sing, as Dee said, Kashmiri song. Mosum Shurgats Khonil Navan, Katkar Navan, Koshur. Yemi Batu Chuak message, Yathan Chas Kar Sanidun, ki Sanyas generation shit, such a connected Sanyan Rutan se. The Buchas Yivanan, he is sure Ganchit. Is gets Kashur Petty Kat, the gets preserved from Sanyan language.
टिस गछि लपटुई लागुन लपटिस गछि लपटुई लागुन कथि कथिस करना बुंजान कथि कथिस करना बुंजान गिंदनस मंज हिचनावन गिंदनस मंज हिचनावन कथ करनावन कशिर पर कथ करनावन कशिर पर मौसम शुर गछि खनि ललनावन ये छुपावन हुंद असबुन तबी ये छुपावन हुंद असबुन तबी कशुर नदिम तरसुलमी कशुर नदिम तरसुलमी कशिर जे बिछुई मरतब दावन कशिर से बिछुई मरतब दावन कथ करनावन कशिर पर कथ करनावन कशिर पर मौसम शुर गछि खनि ललनावन कथ करनावन कशिर पर कथ करनावन कशिर पर थैंक यू
Wow, Sana. Hi, Sharika. 1 second. Sorry to interrupt you. But Sana, बेटा ये गाना तो मैंने एक तो पहली बार सुना है, unless somebody else has heard it before. But what a beautiful song, बेटा. ये तो this was I think एकदम सिक्सर मार दिया आपने तो. ये तो and this song was I think it wasn't only emotional, but I think एक मैसेज था इस गाने में, राइट बेटा, इज दैट राइट? एक
Yes, sir.
क्लियर मैसेज था इस गाने में. आई थिंक मेरे को लगता है काफी लोगों को आज छू गया होगा ये गाना, एंड जो मैसेज आपने दिया. तो
थैंक यू मैडम.
तो शो अब गाना तो आपने बोला, पर सुशेख गैर कोशिश करा.
आन मारा बच्चा करा.
अच्छा, गुड. बट व्हाट अ ब्यूटीफुल सॉन्ग. आई मीन अमेजिंग. एंड काफी लोग आज इमोशनल हो गए होंगे. I hope
थैंक यू.
and I do hope that they take your message very seriously. कि जो इस गाने का मीनिंग है, and they carry it forward and try to instill it in the kids कि हाँ ऐसा, this is how we should be, or this is how ये कश्मीरी लैंग्वेज है जो हम लोग ऑलमोस्ट भूल गए हैं, काफी लोग. मतलब मैं तो खुद एक्सेप्ट करता हूँ, खुद भी. आई हैव सेड इट मेनी टाइम्स. मैंने काफी टाइम पहले हमने एक प्रोग्राम किया था जिसमें आप लोग काफी झंडा वंडा उठा के आ गए थे, बस आज सिर्फ कश्मीरी में ही बात करेंगे और कुछ नहीं करेंगे. और मैं ही काफी बोला उसमें, बट मैं ही फिर शुरू में ही फॉल्टर हो गया काफी. सो बट अगर किसी के पास, इफ देयर आर पीपल, देयर आर किड्स एंड देयर आर फैमिलीज हु रियली वांट टू परस्यू दिस, please take it very seriously, and I don't think this could have been done better than what how Sana today progressed that message. Beautifully sung, and what a song. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, madam.
I entirely agree. In fact, मैं छुवाइन मतलब motivation म्यूट की बिकर सिर्फ कोशिश मस्कात. Wow, Sana, amazing. Seriously, बहुत अच्छा.
Thank you. अब मैं अपना दूसरा गाना गाना चाहूंगी, करियो मल्टीग्रेस.
चेतमो चिन प्यालान चाय हतो कलमरुन छुम चेतमो चिन प्यालान चाय हतो कलमरुन छुम पेयमो रप बदनस हाय छमनो माय मशनी पेयमो रप बदनस हाय छमनो माय मशनी करयो मंज जिगरस जाय छमनो माय मशनी परई गुरत गंद जेर पाई मेरे वत बुछनी परई गुरत गंद जेर पाई मेरे वत बुछनी बुछियो पुत छायन ग्राय छमनो माय मशनी बुछियो पुत छायन ग्राय छमनो माय मशनी करयो मंज जिगरस जाय छमनो माय मशनी क्या आई क्या गलती मैद्राय ये मी बाजरी क्या आई क्या गलती मैद्राय ये मी बाजरी ये मद्राय तुमन वापस आई छमनो माय मशनी ये मद्राय तुमन वापस आई छमनो माय मशनी करयो मंज जिगरस जाय छमनो माय मशनी माय मशनी माय मशनी थैंक यू नमस्कार
Amazing job. Honestly, if I had a voice like you, I would be singing all day. Really, really great job. So next up we have Chavi Kaul, who is a first timer here on KoshurRaag. We're all so excited to hear her, I'm sure. While Chavi is a fantastic singer, she is also a brilliant dancer who aspires to achieve a doctorate and pursue a career in Bharatanatyam. But more importantly, her favorite Kashmiri dish is Rogan Josh. And I'm sure we can all agree with her. Today she'll be singing some of her favorite songs. The first song is Ha Ashk Zuro, and the second one is Fazan Bi Javan. So, yeah.
Thank you so much, Shreya. Before singing my songs, I would like to sing some lines from Lalwak. So here it goes. I'm pan sandaras nai vichaslaman kate boz dai meona meti dita शमान जोछुम ब्रह्मान गरगथ हा Zu chum brahmana gargat ha. Thank you. I am really grateful for KoshurRaag to giving me this grateful opportunity to perform with all these talented other singers. Now I would like to start with my first song, which is Hash Katsurum. अश्क चूरो रश्क कर था दीवान तय पनून से चुप से लगान बेगान तय अश्क चूरो रश्क कर था दीवान तय पनून से चुप लगान बेगान तय अश्क चूरो आ शम्मत पोपुल दाय लगी यारान दाय शम्मत पोपुल दाय लगी यारान दाय दोशवैद जिथ पे आयत सपद्यो यकसान तय अश्क चूरो रश्क कर था ताय पनून से चुप लगान बेगान तय अश्क चूरो बुमरोयम बरदल दरबाक्षस प्रारान तय बुमरोयम बरदल बुमरोयम बरदल दरबाक्षस प्रारान तय क्या झुकत झारान गो मश्क सोलान तय अश्क चूरो रश्क कर था दीवान तय पनून से चुप लगान बेगान तय अश्क चूरो अश्क चूरो अश्क चूरो अश्क चूरो अश्क चूरो. Thank you. Now I'll sing my another song, which is Faza Bhi Hai Jawan Jawan. song is by Salma Agha and Seema Alim Chandanman. मज़ा भी है जवां जवां, हवा भी है रवां रवां, सुना रहा है ये समा। सुनी सुनी सी दास्तां, फज़ा भी है जवां जवां। हो पुकारते हैं दूर से वो काफिले बहार के, बिखर गए हैं रंग से किसी के इंतजार के। लहर लहर के होठ पर वफा की है कहानियाँ, सुना रहा है ये समा। सुनी सुनी सी दास्तां, फज़ा भी है जवां जवां। हो बुझी मगर बुझी नहीं, न जान कैसी प्यास है, करार दिल से आज भी न दूर है न पास है। ये खेल धूप छाँव का, ये कुर्बतें ये दूरियां, सुना रहा है ये समा। सुनी सुनी सी दास्तां, फज़ा भी है जवां जवां। हर एक पल को ढूंढता, हर एक पल चला गया, हर एक पल फिराक का, हर एक पल विसाल का, हर एक पल गुजर गया, बना के दिल पे एक निशान, सुना रहा है ये समा। सुनी सुनी सी दास्तां, फज़ा भी है जवां जवां, हवा भी है रवां रवां, सुना रहा है ये समा। सुनी सुनी सी दास्तां, फज़ा भी है जवां जवां। सुनी दास्तां फजा भी है जवां जवां. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
That was seriously wonderful, Chubby. I mean, Aapki Awaz, like, it touched my soul. Seriously wonderful. You have a very resonating voice. Next up, we're going to have Sanjana, who is in 10th grade, Sanvi, who is in 5th grade, and Suraj, who is a first year in college. They're all pundits from Houston, Texas. They're going to be performing Push and Mal. The sisters are going to be singing, and Suraj is going to be on the tabla. Both Sanjana has been singing for around 5 years, and Sanvi has been singing for 1 year. Suraj has played the tabla. Their whole goal with this was to honor Kashmiri culture by singing a Koshur song. So good luck and take it away.
Thank you. Namaskar, Salni. Which is Sanjana Pandit.
Which is Sanvi Pandit.
Which is Suraj Pandit.
कर से गुलाब पोषण माल असली लाल सोनिए कर से गुलाब पोषण माल बरसना प्याला अज ये लाल सोनिए घर से गुलाब पोषण माला अज ये लाल सोनिए घर से गुलाब पोषण माला अज ये लाल सोनिए अज ये लाल सोनिए अज ये लाल सोनिए अज ये लाल सोनिए. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
That was wonderful. I mean, I was clapping along the entire time, and I'm sure you guys are the go-to for any Kashmiri event that is around you in general. It was wonderful, guys. Next up, we have my name twin, Sharka Cole, who is a rising 8th grader from Dallas, Texas. She's going to be singing Waloma Shok Maine and Sunsatya. She plays the piano, she plays basketball, and she's learning Sanskrit. Very impressive. Take it away.
Thank you. Namaskar everyone. I just want to say thank you to KoshurRaag and everybody who made this possible, and I'm grateful for having this opportunity to perform on KoshurRaag. So first, I'm going to be singing Valoma Shokamyane. Katyu chokanandvane baloma shokamyane Katyu chokanandvane baloma shokamyane main korina chan jane baloma shokamyane शराबिक प्याल भरियो गुलाबन माल करियो शराबिक प्याल भरियो गुलाबन माल करियो पगाया कर मरियो बलोमा शोक म्याने पगाया कर मरियो बलोमा शोक म्याने कतियो शोक नंद बाने बलोमा शोक म्याने सकनात से यार बली बिछल है घोर भली सकनात से यार बली बिछल है घोर भली मैं नोयम दाग चली बलोमा शोक म्याने मैं नोयम दाग चली बलोमा शोक म्याने कतियो शोक नंद बाने बलोमा शोक म्याने बसूरत चुकच परी से शोभी जाम जरी next song, Sun Sathiya.
सुन साथिया माहिया बरसा दे इश्का की स्याहिया रंग जाऊं रंग रंग जाऊं रिहारी मैं तुझ पे मैं झर 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 जाऊं हारी हूँ पिया बस तेरी मैं हो छू ले तो खरी मैं सुन साथिया माहिया बरसा दे इश्का की स्याहिया मैं रेत सी बूंद का जरिया तू पा के तुझे भीग जा रही मैं रेत सी बूंद का जरिया तू पा के तुझे भीग जाऊं री मैं तर जाऊं तर तर जाऊं दरिया ये तर जाऊं जी इश्क ये पाके मैं तेरा निखर जाऊं री पिया बस तेरी मैं हो छू ले तो खरी मैं सुन साथिया माहिया बरसा दे इश्का की स्याहिया साथिया माहिया बरसा दे इश्का की स्याहिया
That was so great. Not only are we named twins, but I also love both the songs that you sang. So I'm not nearly as good at singing though. But moving on, I'd like to give it to Shreya to introduce our next people.
So now we have a returning guest. We'll hear Drun, who will come back to sing Meri Samne Wali Khidki.
Just a second, Shreya, we have Pranavi. Pranavi in the list, right?
Sharika, I think that's...
Yes, we do have Pranavi in the list. Yeah. We have Pranavi Rana, who is a rising 7th grader from Warren, New Jersey. She's going to be singing Salona Sasajan and Harmak Bartal. She's going to be singing Salona Sasajan, and there was she's going to be singing Salona Sasajan and Payalia Bavari Baji. and she has been singing since she was 6 years old. She takes Indian classical lessons and does Kathak and gymnastics. Sorry about that, Pranavi. Go ahead.
Namaskar, Michinav Pranavi Rana. I want to thank KoshurRaag for letting me sing today. The first song I'm going to sing is a ghazal by Asha Bhosle called Salona Sasajan. सलोना सा सजन है और मैं हूँ जिया में एक अगन है और मैं हूँ सलोना सा सजन है और मैं हूँ.
Wow, amazing, beautiful, excellent.
Yeah.
Thank you. The second song I would like to sing is Payaliya Bavari Baje by Lata Mangeshkar. पायलिया बावरी बाजे पायलिया बावरी बाजे पायलिया मोरी झनन झनन झन झनन बाजे पायलिया बावरी बाजे आज सखी मोर भी घर आए आज सखी मोर भी घर आए देख देख सब जियरा जाए देख देख सब जियरा जाए बार बार मोरा मन लहराए बार बार मोरा मन लहराए पायलिया बावरी बाजे पायलिया मोरी झनन झनन झन झनन बाजे पायलिया बावरी बाजे सात सुरों के दीप जला के सात सुरों के दीप जला के प्रेम बीन की धुन पर गा के प्रेम बीन की धुन पर गा के आज नाचू में पिया को पाके आज नाचू में पिया को पाके पायलिया बावरी बाजे पायलिया बावरी बाजे पायलिया मोरी झनन झनन झन झनन बाजे पायलिया मोरी
Wow, very beautiful, amazing.
That
Keep
was
it up, keep it
wonderful.
up.
Amazing job. So now we'll welcome
Yes.
Dhruv back to sing one more song for us, Mere Samne Wali Khidki. So Dhruv, if you could. See. Dhruv?
Yes.
If
Yes.
Drone is here, share with the Drone is here, and
Haji,
this song is so apt right now. The way the setup is right now, we are all actually in खिड़कीज only. So वो गाना भी वही गा रहा है मेरे सामने वाली. So he has many खिड़कीज in front of him right now.
Exactly.
Or Drone, take it over, buddy.
Okay. अरे हे ला 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 हे मेरे सामने वाली खिड़की में एक चांद का टुकड़ा रहता है, मेरे सामने वाली खिड़की में एक चांद का टुकड़ा रहता है। अफसोस ये है कि वो हमसे कुछ उखड़ा उखड़ा रहता है, मेरे सामने वाली खिड़की में एक चांद का टुकड़ा रहता है। बरसात भी आकर चली गई, बादल भी गरज कर बरस गए। बरसात भी आकर चली गई, बादल भी गरज कर बरस गए, पर उसकी एक झलक को हम हुस्न के मालिक तरस गए। कब प्यास बुझेगी आँखों की, दिन रात ये दुखड़ा रहता है, मेरे सामने वाली खिड़की में एक चांद का टुकड़ा रहता है, मेरे सामने वाली खिड़की में एक चांद का टुकड़ा रहता है। अफसोस है कि वो हमसे कुछ उखड़ा उखड़ा रहता है, मेरे सामने वाली खिड़की में एक चांद का टुकड़ा रहता है। थैंक यू।
That was wonderful. आपकी आवाज सीधे मतलब बॉलीवुड मूवी से ही आई है. It's so good. You're so wonderful.
Yeah, for sure. Amazing job. So to end off our performances, I believe we'll have Krisha butt back to sing Me Masho. Krisha.
हाँ जी, तो मैं अब आप सभी लोगों को विजय मल्ला जी का ये गाया हुआ गाना मैं माशोक हाय विना पान बवंदहस जान लेती है, ये सुनाना चाहूँगी। मैं माशोक हाय विना पान बवंदहस जान लेती है, मैं माशोक हाय विना पान बवंदहस जान लेती है, मैं न्यूनम दीनो ईमान बवंदहस जान लेती है, मैं माशोक हाय विना पान बवंदहस जान लेती है, बकर हस पोशवर शुन हनाई नासुमे कुन, बकर हस पोशवर शुन हनाई नासुमे कुन, गच्छम मुश्किल में आसान बवंदहस जान लेती है, गच्छम मुश्किल में आसान बवंदहस जान लेती है, मैं न्यूनम दीनो ईमान बवंदहस जान लेती है, अगर वतित पेयम याद बनम नारस में गुलजार, अगर वतित पेयम याद बनम नारस में गुलजार, रटस नख यथ बोदामान बवंदहस जान लेती है, रटस नख यथ बोदामान हस जान लेती मैं न्यूनम दीनो ईमान बंद हस जान लेती तै मिस शो पांड कसताज करांदोन आलमन राज तै मिस शो पांड कसताज करांदोन आलमन राज बकरनस मस परेशान बंद हस जान लेती बकरनस मस परेशान बंद हस जान लेती मैं माशूक हाविना पान बंद हस जान लेती मैं न्यूनम दीनो ईमान बंद हस जान लेती बंद हस जान लेती बंद हस जान लेती थैंक यू
Wonderful job, Krisha. Your
Wow.
voice is so sweet. It's so wonderful.
So amazing. Really good job, Krisha.
Well, next up, we're going to have that's it for performances, I believe.
Yes.
But we have Pavni
Shakul, who I think will speak now.
Well, with that, we come to the end of the show. So nicely presented by all the participants, and what an amazing job done by our MCs. Thank you, Shreya and Sharika, for doing an amazing job tonight. It was a pleasure to see you steer the program tonight, and the way you proceeded through the events in such a polished manner. It was a delight to watch. On behalf of KoshurRaag, as well as on behalf of all the audiences watching on YouTube, I would like to thank you, especially to both of you, for doing such a great job tonight with emceeing. And I'm sure we will see more of you too in the future events. And we wish you both best of everything in your future endeavors. And I'm hoping to see you soon in one of the next events.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So it was great. So thank you for doing that. I think a round of applause from everyone. If we can have a shared screen, Upinderji, for all of us here, maybe a big round of applause for all our participants and also the MCs. Thank you so much. As customary, we finish with a song which the song that I've picked up for closing this event is special, as it's a song which encompasses the innocence and hope associated with childhood very, very vividly. And you all have heard the song. This hope and ability to aim for the stars was quite evident tonight in every participant. Every youngster from our community who came in today had that sparkle in their eyes, the hope and ability to touch the stars in coming days. So I keep that positivity in my mind and would like to bring this song to you. This song has been composed by A.R. Rahman sir and is from the movie Roja. दिल है छोटा सा, छोटी सी आशा, मस्ती भरे मन की भोली सी आशा, चांद तारों को छूने की आशा, आसमानों में उड़ने की आशा। दिल है छोटा सा, छोटी सी आशा, मस्ती भरे मन की भोली सी आशा। चांद तारों को छूने की आशा, आसमानों में उड़ने की आशा। दिल है छोटा सा, छोटी सी आशा। महक जाऊं आज तो ऐसे, फूल बगिया में महके हैं जैसे। बादलों की मैं ओढ़ूं चुनरिया, झूम जाऊं मैं बन के बावरिया। अपनी चोटी में बांध लूं दुनिया। दिल है छोटा सा, छोटी सी आशा, मस्ती भरे मन की भोली सी आशा। स्वर्ग सी धरती खिल रही ऐसे, मेरा मन भी तो खिल रहा जैसे। कोयल की तरह गाने का अरमां, मछली की तरह मचलेगी अरमां। जवानी है लाई रंगीन सपना, दिल है छोटा सा, छोटी सी आशा, मस्ती भरे मन की भोली सी आशा। चांद तारों को छूने की आशा, आसमानों में उड़ने की आशा। दिल है छोटा सा, छोटी सी आशा, मस्ती भरे मन की भोली सी आशा। Thank you so much. And I think it's time for me to hand you over to all of you to Upinderji to wrap up our show tonight. And so over to Upinderji tonight.
Thank you so much, Pavniji. As always, it's always wonderful to hear you. I mean, we love all your singing, and I think that's one of the reasons why. I mean, I personally force you to make sure that you have to be, your performance has to be there in every KoshurRaag program, and I think now we're at a point where it is a must to have, no matter what program we're doing. Without your presence, Pavniji, and without your performance as well, I think KoshurRaag is definitely incomplete. I have to say that today, and it's been wonderful to have you right from the get-go and be part of this program. And
it's just been my pleasure. Just been my pleasure. Thank you.
I think we have gotten now used to, if Pavniji is not there and your performance is not there, it's not only me. I'm sure a lot of people will echo my sentiments as well, that, and people do. We get a lot of messages and texts as well that, are you going to be there? Are you going to be there? So I have to tell them, yes, absolutely. And I personally have always said that I am always your fan. So I have always, right from the first day, I have always loved your singing, and thank you so much for doing this, and always a great performance. And I also want to quickly take a moment and thank all the participants tonight for coming forward and being a part of KoshurRaag, right? And you should. It's not only. I have said it earlier. Don't feel कि पता नहीं मेरे को आएगा नहीं आएगा कैसे होगा कैसे singing होगी. Trust me. Once you're on this khidki, it's Zoom, right? Just imagine nobody's watching you, just a few guys, few kids watching. Or if you feel, just sing your heart away, and it's not only you trying. I mean, look at everybody's performance tonight. All of you did. I mean, you were super fantastic. I mean, phenomenal job, all of you. India and Canada and obviously US as well. Each one of you did a fantastic job, and keep it up. And as far as the MCs goes, Sharika and Shreya, thank you so much for coming forward and taking it up. And I want to let everybody else out there know that if anybody is interested, right, anybody wants to participate, we have said it earlier, come forward and do it. It is for you. It is for all of you. It's a platform where we have always said it is connecting KPs. But obviously we thought this was one of the ways through music, right? I know Rogan Josh and Damalu is a very integral part of connecting KPs, but we thought, okay, let's take it up a notch and connect KPs via music. And I'm glad it is happening, and I'm glad we are getting people together. So it is for all of you out there. So come forward, be a part of KoshurRaag, show your talent, and participate. It is for all of you, right? So it belongs to you. Do come forward and participate. And Sharika and Shreya, you guys did a phenomenal job as MC. We started in the beginning, right? And I particularly made it a point to Arvind. I said, I started it hosting, but I made it a point. I know Arvind wasn't, I believe, as excited, but there was a reason all of us to agree that this, I will take a back seat, but let people come forward and do it, right? It's because it resonates with our message of connecting people. So anybody who is interested, whether adult or youth or teen or kids, come forward and be a part of it. Whether you want to sing or MC. MCing is a very critical part. I have seen there's a bit of apprehension in some kids or even adults that, oh, why ab camera ke samne aana hai, pata nahi kya hoga. Trust me, it's just a family show. We all make mistakes. I make mistakes in every program, trust me. And it's okay to make mistakes, right? Unless we don't make mistakes, we won't learn from it. So I personally accept I have made mistakes in every program. Sometimes you may not realize it, but I make mistakes in all the programs. So Sharika beta, don't worry. It is a part of KoshurRaag. You did great. You did fantastic. But like I said, it's a family program. There's nothing to be worried about. And Shreya, she happily agreed to be a part of it from all the way from China, right? And that is great. And if anybody else outside, wants to participate, feel free, especially. But I also want to make it known, we are getting, Arvindji gets a lot of requests from India as singers, because we are supporting and promoting singers from India. So there's a certain pattern we have. There's an approval process. There's a thorough process that people, anybody who is interested in singing, showcasing their talent, especially from India. In US, we support. We have a great talent in US that is supporting the artists, but there's a process in place. You can always reach out to Arvind, but that once your video comes to Arvindji, it goes to, there's a panel of judges actually that will approve, that actually approves that, okay, whether this participant has to be approved to be on a KoshurRaag program, especially from India. US, we always because we are supporting, but from India, there is a certain approval process that we follow. So I want you all out there to know that if you think that you have a talent, you have your YouTube videos, or you have done shows and you think you want to showcase your talents, contact Arvindji and he will send it to our panel of judges. Once it gets approved, then it's more than welcome to be on KoshurRaag whenever we have a spot available. So, and I really personally want to thank you all the participants. Sharka Cole from I think she's in Dallas, Texas. We have Suraj, Sanjana, and Sanvi from I think they're also in Texas as well. And we have Pranavi from New Jersey, Shavi in Delhi, Krisha Bhatt in Jaipur. I know she's been on our show earlier as well. Everybody loves to have her on the show. And I'm sure now moving on, we have Shavi and Sana Bhatt today at first time on the show as well. I'm sure we will have more requests to have you guys back. And Anaya, beautiful singing as well. Dhruv to hamara superstar hi hai. Dhruv, you're in 10th, right? So 10th पढ़ाई पे भी फोकस करो थोड़ा मेरे सामने वाली खिड़की पे थोड़ा उस पे थोड़ा सा exercise कम ही करते रहो. But all the best, you are our superstar. You have been on सारेगामा पा तो उसके आगे तो हम कुछ बोल ही नहीं सकते, right? So we all love you. You're a phenomenal, amazing singer. And every time there's a request for Dhruv, तुम्हारा नाम तो होता ही है list में. So keep it up. Keep up the good work. I know थोड़ा सा तुम्हारे साथ कल mic में issue हो गया था, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. We have more tech service available, so we'll figure it out. But you're always our star, so keep it up. And anybody else, am I missing? So, and last but not the least, I really want to thank you, Jalali family, for coming forward tonight and supporting us, and for being on the show and staying with us all through the show. That itself means a lot. And thank you so much, Rahul and Rohit and Nilima and Shafali as well. Thank you so much for staying with us tonight. And I think Pamniji wants to say a few words, then I can hand it over to.
Yeah, I just wanted to exactly you reciprocate your thoughts, but I just wanted to. You don't even know this, and even Arvindji does not know this. I just got a text right now that there's a Canadian family who would like to sponsor one of the future events. I just got a confirmation right now. So thanks to Jalali family for doing this so that we got to motivate others as well. So thank you so much for doing this. And with that, I would hand it back to Upendraji.
Yeah, thank you so much. And like this today's program, for example, is all about kids. So I would really request to we have few more organizations in US to come forward and support KoshurRaag, what we do, because it is a KP event. We support all KPs and kids. It's a KP event. I request any other organization, whether it's Canada or in US, to come forward. Any other Kashmiri organizations here, come forward and support KoshurRaag and be a part of it. Like we have said, we are all connected. Be a part of us. Help us, support us. And Pamniji, thank you for the wonderful news as well. That is great to hear. There's Arvindji is also getting more. There's a message he's getting about sponsoring the event. So thank you so much, Pamniji, and again thank you so much, Jalali family, again one more time. And handing it over to Arvindji, and then we'll close. Okay.
Yeah, namaskar, Sarni. Thank you, Upinder and Pamniji. I want to thank everyone. I mean. Upinder, you did a great job. You made me look good. You thanked everyone. So I don't want to repeat, what you just said. But again, as we are getting the momentum for the last 6, 7, 8 months now. People are joining us. I spend a lot of time talking to people, building the pipeline, but that's not enough until the food comes from the kitchen to the dining table. The presentation is the key, and where Upinder and Pavnish, they come into play and really deliver what is being consumed by the audience. So want to again, we have. I'm always speechless at the end of the event. We had vocalists, instrumentalists, authors, master of ceremonies today, and our sponsor Jalali family. I just want to, as we have been having this journey for the last almost 8 months now, right, Upinder? We started in November. I think the key, KoshurRaag is not just about music. It's about not only about getting people together as Kashmir Pandits, but we are also trying to get together as Kashmir Pandits with other cultures as well. So we have an event coming in August where we are going to be working with other cultures as well. Because as Indian or Indian Americans, we got to be with other cultures as well as we learn from them and they learn about us. So KoshurRaag is not about the Kashmir language only. It's about Kashmir. It's all about our heritage, our history, our culture, our tradition. So it can be in any language. So language is not a barrier. I think there was a song which Sana, she sang about the language, which was very critical. Upinderji did say, emphasize on, learning Kashmiri. And the reason I kind of, I concur with that because we have a KoshurRaag workshop going on right now. We call a summer camp. And in summer camp, they're learning the basics of music. And Pavniji is also stating that the KoshurRaag workshop with Dhananjay ji, who is our mentor, the difficulty we are facing is how you say the Kashmiri words. They are different. There's a vowels there. It's very difficult. So you can sing a Kashmiri song, but doesn't have the accent. Then you kind of have less of that impact on the audience, right? So I think language is a critical part, as Upinder you said that, and also want to tell other Kashmir Pandits across North America that I know Surbi Ban in California, she does Lakchar, and then Hema Rana in New Jersey does Sarshala. We have to complement each other, not to compete with each other. We don't have to recreate everything what the other people do. As Kashmir Pandits, if we complement each other, we'll grow together very exponentially. So I just want to say that there are a lot of people who are doing an awesome job. We don't know them, but as soon as I come to know about them, I bring those guys on the KoshurRaag platform. We had a book launches. Today we talked about Anushka. We had a book launch for Khimnata ji, who was our tourism minister in Jammu and Kashmir. So we want to really bring all the Kashmir Pandits to a platform, and this is a platform to broadcast your talent, showcase your talent. So I would like to again say thank you to everyone who performed today, and please join us next month. The program is called Pambach. So if you don't know what is Pambach, Google after this tonight's session, and this is going to be the title of the event, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So namaskar everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everybody. Good night and good morning and good afternoon, I guess, in Shanghai, and good morning in India, and good night in US. Thank you so much, guys. US and Canada. Sorry, Pavniji. I have to say Canada.
No worries, no worries.
Thank you. Good night, everybody.
Thank you. Good night.
Bye.
And good day.
Thank
Bye.
you. Namaskar.
Thank you.